MAGA influencer Riley Gaines just got exposed for being 100% a grifter.
Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life.
So, First Amendment, Second Amendment.
To the point that she had to ask for help about her own beliefs and principles.
Okay.
And
First, second. Yep.
Which further exposes how dumb, desperate, and 100% a grift a lot of the content and influencers on the right is.
Since you have to ask yourself, why do they keep pushing this? Who are they trying to appeal to?
Keep in mind, this is a person that built her whole career off a 5th place finish in a race, and then going full MAGA hate influencer from that point on. But her just being this dumb and uninformed about her own stances is hilarious.
Like if I were to say something to the effect of like the left is still doubling down.
yeah.
But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Okay.
And
First, second. Yep.
The funniest thing about this has to be her asking her beliefs off camera. Again, this is a woman that built her whole entire influencer career, has been on stage with Donald Trump, has become the poster child for being anti-trans.
It is unfathomable to me that a 23-year-old recent college graduate, college swimmer at that, has to go to DC to sit in front of Congress, the beating heart of American democracy, and explain to them that men and women are different.
And this was back in 2022, so she's had 4 years to learn her beliefs politically, where she stands, what she believes in, what she doesn't, but knows nothing. She's clearly an empty vessel for MAGA, just like a lot of these MAGA influencers that really don't believe in anything they're saying.
Since you have to ask yourself, why do they keep pushing this? Who are they trying to appeal to? Because despite what the media portrays or how politicians are voting, this doesn't represent the overwhelming majority of how this country, really how the world, feels on this issue. I think majority of people, parents especially, they can acknowledge that gay nutcracker and black disabled Santa has gone way too far.
It's all a grift to most of them. And for the ones that do, it's not any better because they're just hypocritical, contradictory, racist bigots in the first place.
Yep. Cool. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, our veterans, I feel very passionately about. Do you guys, if you're going to talk about, I mean, you hate to even call them political issues, but do you specifically say like the left or the right, or is that something you try to kind of refrain from?
She feels very passionate about something she had to ask off camera. It's no surprise that a lot of these influencers are dummies, and they are just telling people exactly what they want to hear, or fueling their hatred or racism or bigotry or anti-immigrant sentiments. Whatever it is, they are just delving into the culture wars to get people fired up to build themselves up in this community.
That is Riley Gaines, a former college athlete. This is directly from her website. She became prominent after placing 5th in an NCAA competition in swimming. She lost to an athlete who was trans, and so if she had placed in 2nd, I feel like more people would have understood her gripes, but she placed in 5th. It's laughable.
5th is hilarious, and they're building a whole entire platform complaining about the person you tied with. Not even beat you, but the person you tied with.
When a person like Riley so blatantly has to ask what her core values are, like she's asking, what are the core values again that I'm myself representing? I would like to make something abundantly clear. Anytime you hear someone say something completely outlandish and too far on camera, this is exactly what's going on behind the scenes. What should I say? Should I do? Everybody's kind of just figuring it out off camera. They're figuring out the talking points of how to incite the worst possible reactions.
Like if I were to say something to the effect of like the left is still doubling down.
yeah. You can say. Okay. I've heard you introduce from the beginning, so.
Okay. First, that's what I needed to figure out really quick is when I first, I mean, definitely over a year though. I would say, can I just say that like around 2 years ago? Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life.
First Amendment, Second Amendment, sanctity of life, and veteran and first responders.
Okay.
And
First, second. Yep.
Tell me what I believe again, please.
Hello, my name is Riley Gaines, and I'm a very, very proud Patriot Mobile user.
How could she be doing this for a living and be this uninformed about what she's talking about? MAGA influencer Riley Gaines being told and paid by Patriot Mobile handlers what her sincerely held beliefs are leaked in video. Mar-a-Lago face is a phenomenon that needs to be studied. This is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in my life. Yes, her team or or whoever is responsible for the leak hates her so much because how did this get out? Her team allowing this to leak means they fucking hate her. Facts. Why I'll never take criticism about progressive candidates paying influencers seriously, because the right has already built mountains doing so for years. MAGA influencer Riley Gaines caught on camera taking directions on what to say to her dumb, gullible fans. It's all an act. It all is for most of them. It's all a grift, and we know this. We see a lot of this on the black side of YouTube with these anti-black influencers like Anton Daniels, the Cartier family, Officer Tatum, Candace Owens, and the list goes on, the Hodge twins. Except for the part about Riley Gaines being a horrible human being, that's very real, where they are just saying the most anti-black shit that they can think of, all for the sake of their audience, to give them a safe space to be racist in their comments and pet them on the head for being the good one. And she's honestly no different than Lily Gaddis for how dumb, uninformed, dry, uncharismatic she is.
By the way, half the struggles that black women think they face, it's of their own fucking doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting?
But because she's a woman that looks like she does and says the hateful, racist, bigoted things that she does, she has a platform and influence on the right.
MAGA influencer Riley Gaines was caught on camera taking direction as to what to say to her dumb, gullible fans. Here she is getting her talking points. What issues do I feel really strongly about? Riley Gaines has made a living touring the country with this anti-trans thing that she's been doing. And this is how, you might be saying, who the hell is this woman? This is how men and women's sports are ruining everything. She didn't finish second to Leah Thomas. She didn't lose a championship because of Leah Thomas. She tied for 5th place. I think Riley Gaines' highest individual finish ever was 5th place. So she becomes prominent because Donald Trump champions her, brings her up at rallies, all this stuff. And then they develop kind of a personality around her.
You had mentioned that what message does it send to trans individuals? And my combat to that is what message does this send to women?
And she gets paid deals and all this different stuff. And then they go, here's the things you have to say really matter to you. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, pro-life, and whatever the other one was. I can't remember what she supposedly cares about. And the reason that this clip is so damaging, the issue is the brand that they are selling is authenticity. Speaks common sense, just tells it like it is. And then we've got a video of her being fed what to say, quite literally. This is all manufactured. It's not, let's think through deeply the best way to make a policy effective.
I honestly think this is most political influencers, that they just have no clue what they're talking about. They don't know what their real beliefs are. And they understand that this is all 100% a grift to an even dumber audience willing to listen to anybody that tells them exactly what they want to hear, think, and feel. Shout out to her team or whoever leaked this because it is hilarious. But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.